So last night, I guess I made people mad on Threads. I posted on Threads what I thought was an innocent post. And I basically said, if you're in your 20s and you're not 100% sure about your career path, do not take the job with the pension, because the allure of stability can turn into golden handcuffs real quick. And at first I was getting like pretty decent feedback, like people were liking it, whatever. Some people responded. I went to bed, didn't think anything of it. And I wake up and my notifications were full of the pensioners. The pensioners came out in full force. I recently left my job. I had this state job that had a pension and benefits, but over time, the job didn't turn out to be what I expected it to be. My blood pressure was higher, I was passing out, I was having heart palpitations, just like stress, waking up crying. Like, I have never in my life felt this way about a job ever. I think what I was feeling the most in that year was what I like to call golden handcuffs. If you stay, you'll be fine on paper, but if you go, I mean, it may be a mistake. It may be, it may be the worst mistake of your life. On one hand, we had like this really stable job. It has pension, it has benefits, a salary that like, I guess you could raise a family on. Like, it'd be kind of tight, but like you could raise a family on it. On the other hand, there wasn't much career growth. When I was interviewing for the job, they kind of alluded to that, like, this is kind of a terminal role, like there's no promotion, like it just is what it is. The work environment wasn't the collaborative environment that I'm used to and that I thrive in. It was very slow paced stuff. I just could not see myself doing this for years on end. And so I was really struggling for this decision for over 6 months. I was like, well, I could get my master's for free. It's stable. Like, there is this pension, even though like I have to work here 10 years to be vested in it. But I'm not living in a place that I love or feel comfortable in. I'm away from my community. I don't have time for my goals and my dreams. And also, if I stay in this situation, there isn't much career growth. Like, this is it for me. This is the job. Like, that's what's gonna be there for decades until I retire. I got to winter break. I spent some time not going to work, and I just had this overwhelming feeling of I don't want to go back. And so at the beginning of the year, I put in my 2 weeks notice and I left my stable state job with a pension and benefits. It's been about like 2 months. I've had time to think about it, and like, I posted on Threads what I thought was an innocent post. At first, there were some really respectful people who gave their perspective of the stability and the safety that they feel from the pension they get. But there were a lot of really disrespectful people. Some people just like missing the point completely. My main argument is that I'm in my 20s. I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have roots in this place that I'm living. I don't want life to just happen to me anymore. Like, I don't want to just take things because they're there, because it's the easy choice. Like, I'm not in my early 20s where like I'm just in this exploration phase. At the same time, I'm not married. I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. Like, I am like so free. And I don't think that like I've really appreciated the stage of life I'm at. I'm so free, but I also have the wisdom from my younger years that I can make smarter decisions, smarter, more strategic decisions. But I'm also like in this part where I'm just like, I'm ready to build my life brick by brick. I want the career that I want. I want a lifestyle that I want. I know how I want to work. I know how I work best. I know like how I want my day-to-day to be, like how I want my life to be. I need to choose those things with intention, and that means not being hung up on the golden handcuffs. The easy choice is to stay in a job like that I'm not fully happy in, that I'm not fully feeling like I'm using the skills I want to use, that will not create the lifestyle that I want, that like involves travel, that involves working with people, that involves telling the stories I want to tell, having the time to build my own business. Those things are very precious to me, and these are the years now where I set myself up for that with what I've known before. Like, I know I've been happy in other work environments. I know where I've been very unhappy. Like, not wanting to give up like that one thing that keeps you somewhere, it's like tunnel vision. And so I was like, okay, this is not the only job in the world. I don't need to stay in this situation if it doesn't feel like it's going to get me to the place where I want to get. And so after 6 months of deliberation, I was like, okay, like, I'm 28. I don't have kids yet, thank God. I'm not married. I'm not tied to this place. I don't have family that lives in this city. But now's the time to make a big move. Now's the time to make the leap before I have children to feed, before I have like a mortgage to pay every month. These are the times. I've been saying, it's been in my notes app for so long, that 2026 is going to be the year of no for me. It's going to be the year where like I'm really intentional, being intentional with my friends, being intentional with my time. Like, I want to give time to my projects, to my business. And that means like carving out that time. And so last week, I'm so proud of myself because I made my schedule for this year. And so I've perfectly planned it out. I've scheduled myself so I can spend 20 hours a week doing my work for other people on my regular freelance gigs, my regular like money-making schemes, I guess. Those 20 hours a week will cover my livelihood. 20 hours a week is for my brand, my business. I schedule it that I dedicate the first 2 hours of every day to my work and my business. Then the middle of the day is for my work for other people. Then at the end of the day, it's my work for myself. I carved out like time to go to the gym, breaks. I really, really need to make it work this year. Like, that's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, this is the time. If I want to build this, like, I'm never gonna be this free again. Everything falls into place. And today I had the most amazing day because I interviewed for a part-time job. I got it, so I can add to my income streams. I just feel really, really excited. I'm just ready to go hard this year. Like, if I'm gonna quit this job, this fucking stable ass job, then I need to make sure that I don't take this freedom for granted. I'm going to take it by the balls. Like, I'm going to be 20 hours a week focusing on myself. It's such a blessing. And this is why I always feel like living below my means is the best thing I could have done for myself, because like sharing expenses with a partner is also why I'm able, like, okay, I have to also acknowledge that I am very privileged to be able to make this decision. I'm lucky to not have any student loans. I'm lucky to have a partner I live with that has a job that shares expenses with me. I'm lucky to not have children. I'm lucky to have a college degree. I have marketable skills. So I could, making the choice to give up the job with the pension, like, although it was scary, it's like obviously not as scary for me as it is for the girls who have kids, who have a house, who have people, elders that they're caring for, or just like enjoy like being employed, I guess. I'm very lucky to not have those things, so I have to acknowledge that. Like, I'm very blessed and privileged. I don't have student loans. Like, I can keep my expenses pretty low. Like, my only real big expense besides my living is my car note, and that's really not that bad. So I have to acknowledge I am privileged in that way, but that's okay. Like, I've made choices in my life that like allow me to have this freedom. Like, I could have had a kid. Like, I could have married my high school sweetheart. Like, and I made choices that allowed me to not have to make those hard decisions. So I'm gonna take full advantage of this freedom, and I'm going to continue building this freelance career, and yeah, life feels good.